Good people, how are you doing, guys? People who write books, they don't just write books for the sake of writing books. They write books so as to inform you. And in most of the time, people write books telling their story. And it's not always the case where they talk about themselves, but then they talk about perspective they have of some of the other things happening in the world, but then of which sometimes they write about themselves so as for you to get the picture of who they are, what made them to be who they are, because sometimes there are people who we wish to only learn from them. Somebody else can teach us the same thing that they know, but then we feel that would be able to grasp and whatever that it is we want that specific person to learn from, it will be engrafted in our blood. When something is engrafted in you, you don't have to go and recite or look for what it is that you want to say. You just recall it from the top of your dome. So for me coming here, I always come and talk about my issues of things I'm going through. And not only that, like I'm here to inspire growth, to inspire hope to people. Like there are people who think just because of they drop out of school or something happened in their life, something traumatic or so, like there's no hope anymore to keep on keeping on with life. But then when I come here to inspire you. Yeah, I'm not here to just tell you about my pains and stuff. No, that's part of being a human. If you study history, you can see that people who are the best, they went through the worst. So for me, people are trying to block God's plan for me, and for why I don't know. Maybe they feel like they can stop me. Also, you never know what people are thinking, but I think it's in regard to somebody feeling like they can sabotage me and take me out of my character. For why, I don't know, but maybe it's because of envy and jealous. You never know. They're the only ones who know. But then Jordan Peterson says that if you want to see the intent of someone, you must, if you can't tell by what you see somebody doing, what are their intent, you then have to wait for the results, and then the results will tell you that what's the intent of that person. But then they send a lot of attacks in the unseen realm. Like people want to destiny swap with me just because of who I am. How can you want to be me? Like really, you, how could you want to be me? But what can you do? Like, you can make up whatever bullshit you want for as long as you're smart enough to justify it. When you are a good thinker, I mean, like, you can get away with anything. But then the enemy's aim is to put strongholds in your mind. And the word stronghold means a fortress of lies built by the enemy in your mind. And when you look into the word fortress, it says it's a fortified building or a fortified tower. And when something is fortified, it means to make a place stronger against attacks, of which you can fortify something that is good and you can fortify something that is bad. In how I understand the word fortress, which leads you to fortified, and that fortified means both good and bad. You can apply it to both good and bad. But then I'm just here to share my energy. I'm just here to share my energy, to show you to never give up. You should look into people who are doing matric right now. Look into what they are doing with Poppy, like saying that today's matrix results should not be shown to people. Like, how could you take people for court for it? But then anyway, the case has been warned that matrix results are always going to be shown to people. I think on the 14th of January, that's when last year's matric results will be shown to people, you know. But then, anyway, if you don't know history, you tend to repeat history. Peace.